Hey guys, I'm Brittany. This is the Never Ending Reader, and I look like a garbage bag today. So, I guess what prompted me to start this video is because I just finished Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, and I kind of wanted to do a review, but then I also thought I don't really have much to say on it, and the reason that I wanted to do a review is because this book got me thinking about book reviewers, basically. So I read the book, and I liked it. The problem is that everyone loved it, and they were raving about it, and it was mind-blowing, and it was all over BookTube, and it's like a very like striking cover, so it's not something that I could easily forget about and stuff. And I found it at Walmart for really cheap. I bought it, I read it, and it was just okay. Now, that's not a huge problem. The problem for me is that after I read this, I went on to Goodreads and I started looking at all the books that I have read this year in my reading challenge column or whatever. And I'm looking through it and I'm looking at all of these books that I liked, but I didn't love them. So I'm starting to think, well, when's the last time that I actually loved something that I have read? And what it came down to was I have only read 2 books this entire year that I absolutely adore. So I'm wondering, what the fuck is wrong with me? Why does everyone else love all of these books and I'm stuck in this like reading purgatory where nothing is good to me anymore? I mean, it's good, it's just not the best. So the last thing that I read that I truly, truly loved was The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Loved it, obsessed with it, love it. And then I also read Bird Box, who's that by, Josh Malerman or something, and I loved it. So that's 2 books, from this year that I adored. But that's 2 books out of, we're now in July, and I have read almost 70 books. I think I'm at 68. So out of 68 books, only 2 of them were enough to, make me fall in love. That sucks. So I'm wondering, what the fuck am I doing wrong, basically? I mean, everything just feels okay now. And I'm wondering has my reading changed? Like, have my tastes changed? Am I just not loving stuff as much anymore because I feel like it's just the same old shit I've already seen before? Or what? Because everyone else online, just bear with me here. Okay, so back to Dark Matter. Everyone loved it. They're raving about it. They're talking about it. They're reviewing it. You have to read it, this, and this. And I usually take that shit with like a grain of salt. Like, I'm not one to like jump on the hype train and like, I have to read this like right now because like 40 other people are reading it and they love it. But like, when a lot of people end up loving a book, I expect to have some feels too, you know what I mean? So, and it's kind of like, with TV shows, like everyone loves like Game of Thrones. I also love Game of Thrones, so I understand why everyone else does too. So it's just not making sense to me why I'm not loving anything that I pick up. I don't know if I'm in like some like weird slump, if like everyone else is just maybe giving like a higher score to like just okay books and I'm just not understanding that. Maybe I'm being too judgmental, or maybe I just don't understand what's wrong. So I don't know. Have any of you guys ever felt like this? I don't even know if I'm gonna post this. I feel like I'm ranting and like I'm not making much sense, but it's just really discouraging to like consistently read shit that like doesn't matter. I mean, I just want to read something that I love again, and I don't know how to get back to that place where everything is just like a 3 or like a 3.5 or a 4-star read. I don't want that anymore. I want something that's gonna like blow my mind, and I feel like I'm sifting through garbage to get there, and I don't know how to make it end because I feel like I buy books that are going to interest me. That's why I buy them. I generally don't like to spoil myself, so I will literally read like maybe one sentence from the synopsis, and if that one sentence intrigues me, I will buy it. And I think I'm maybe fucking up there. I think that maybe I need to stop worrying about spoiling myself and just really like get into what I'm reading before I buy it, because I don't even know if that's my problem, because looking back on Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, what I just read, I reread the synopsis and it still looks good to me, but it wasn't. It was just fine. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'm just in a totally shit, garbage, trash bag mood or what, and I'm just putting my bad, negative, shitty book vibes out there. So, nope, just probably don't watch this. I don't know. But I guess I'll talk more about the book and why I just thought it was okay. Okay, so if any of you are here and want to read Dark Matter by Blake Crouch, probably just like click out if you don't want spoilers, because I don't really know how to not give spoilers when it comes to a thriller, because I feel like from like the first chapter they're throwing like hooks and plots and twists and shit at you to like get you to come into the book, and I really don't want to ruin that for anyone, but it's impossible for me to review this without talking about some stuff, so just click out and I'll see you next time. So this ended up just being a book that read like a really shitty movie that I would never watch. It's sci-fi thriller, but really what it reminded me of is like a really bad action movie with like Bruce Willis and, I don't know, like the fucking Rock or something. I don't know why I didn't enjoy it. I love science fiction. I love thrillers. The idea of this like centers around like quantum physics or some shit. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I actually hate science and I don't know anything about it because I'm an idiot. But the idea of it intrigues me. I like the idea of, let's backtrack. This man named Jason, in the beginning, he's our main character. He's married to a woman named Daniela, and he has a 15-year-old son with her. And Daniela, like, I loved her. I thought she was a fantastic character. I enjoyed her. She was kind of like, there wasn't much to her, which I understand because she wasn't like a huge part of the book personally. So Jason and Daniela are like this, I don't know, mediocre couple. Like, she gave up her art dreams, he gave up his science dreams to like be together and raise his family. And one night Jason goes to the bar to like meet up with his old buddy who like has won some like elaborate science prize. And after they meet up, he's all like pity party, like, wah, wah, wah. I feel bad for myself because I didn't do anything with my life and my friend here did, and I'm smarter than him. So on his way home, while he's like internally whining, basically, he is kidnapped by an alternate reality Jason. So he kidnaps himself and sends him back to like a different world in the multiverse where he has never made a child with Daniela, and he's like this famous scientist, and like shit just goes really wrong from there. It was pretty straightforward. There was no bullshit in the story. I liked how it read. It was like a quick read. Like, nobody was like sitting around describing a blade of grass for 45 minutes. It was just pretty like cut and dry. Like, this is what's happening. Bam, 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 bam. So I liked that about the story. I liked how it was written. I liked how it was fast, intriguing, but it was just like predictable. What is wrong with me? Why should I be able to predict this? I don't know anything about science, but like, as soon as I read the book, within the first chapter, I'm already thinking, well, I know this is going to happen because that's just what happens. And it just feels like all stories are just the same. And I know that authors get inspiration from other authors. I respect that. I love it. No story is like truly original anymore. Isn't that what they say? I agree. I think you should be able to pull inspiration from other authors, other people that have inspired you in your life, other creators. I love that. Please be my guest and do that. But I also I just want to feel something when I read. I just want to feel like I love a character, or I really want this person to, like, you know, end up with his long lost love, or just anything at all. I just want to feel any emotion instead of just like dull, I want to finish this book. Maybe the reason that I'm having such a bad time with books is because I'm not taking the time to enjoy them, because I'm always like trying to hit reading goals, and like I want to read 100 books by the end of the year, but also I'm an adult, I'm a parent, I have 2 kids, you know, I'm busy. So a lot of the time when I'm reading quicker than I normally would. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm not sitting down to take the time and get to know the book. But honestly, it feels like there's nothing to get to know. It is, all the stuff is like, there's no depth to it. When I read books, I attempt to annotate them, so I will tab them and I will highlight them, but only parts that like really intrigue me. So if there's nothing that like really excites me in a book, I'm not gonna like bust out my highlighter for no reason. I'm not gonna put a tab in it just because, I don't know, one thing was like kind of okay. So when I'm finished with the book, I generally know that it wasn't that great when I look back on it and I haven't highlighted anything. I haven't tabbed anything. I haven't made a note to myself that said, wow, that was fucking great. You know what I mean? I haven't done any of that. And so I know this was an okay story. I didn't hate it. I flew through it. It was a fast read. But what have I taken with me? I think maybe I'm at the point in my life where I'm just trying to get more from my stories. I don't want the same stuff anymore. I think I want more emotion, more connection. I'd like to learn when I'm reading. And with dark matter, I guess, is this a dark matter review? I don't even fucking know. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what I'm doing. But I would like to come out of reading a book feeling different than I had when I started. So I don't know. I don't know what this fucking video is. I don't know what I'm gonna name it. I don't know if I'm gonna post it. I don't know even how I'm gonna edit this pile of garbage. So yeah, I guess that's just the end of my thoughts. I don't think any of you guys are even here at this point anyway, because I'm just ranting and being pissed off and not making much sense, and I have no reason to be bitching, but I needed to bitch to maybe somebody out there will understand what the fuck is going on. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video if you guys haven't unsubscribed from me being a trash bag. So see ya.